Let's pivot to guns because you wrote an op-ed recently, and I'm a gun-loving American, okay? And I really don't think this president, if you've pulled, and I know you've seen him, some of the interviews over the decades he's done when he talks about different guns, I don't think the man knows what he's talking about. Does he own anything else besides a shotgun? But it's all when he discusses rifles and other things, he doesn't even know what he's discussing. If I hear one more guy say clip instead of magazine, I'm going to lose it.
Well, and he advised his wife to take 2 shots with that shotgun in the air if she thought she hears a sound. Now, that's not exactly gun safety. But have you noticed they use the term gun safety? They don't want to say gun control. Mm-hmm. They say the word gun safety or gun crime because they know that gun control could cost them in the next election. But, you know, when Biden and Kamala Harris announced those bills or their initiatives, executive orders, I suppose, in the Rose Garden, there were so many lies that I just had to write an op-ed. They claimed that there were 3 million felons prevented from purchasing a firearm because of the instant background check. The reality is in 2017, there were 112,000 denials and only 12 convictions. Literally every one of those, if they had been felons, could have been convicted. But the reality is, it's not because they didn't want to convict people who were trying to buy a gun who were felons, you know, 100,000 of them. It's because they denied probably 100,000 people who are law-abiding citizens the right to purchase a gun and to exercise their Second Amendment. So that was the first big lie in there. There are just so many to talk about. But the thing that concerned me the most, Dan, was listen to Biden, not when he's saying AFT, when he means ATF. He couldn't even get the language straight.
Oh, we aired that.
But listen to him. Yeah. Listen to him when he tells you, if he said something like, if God came down and gave me one wish, right, on gun control, this is what it would be. And he said, and this goes back to another one of his lies, he had said that gun manufacturers can't be sued. Now that's absolutely false. If they create a faulty product, they can be sued, just like if an automobile manufacturer makes a faulty product. If they break the law, they can be sued, just like an automobile manufacturer. But gun manufacturers, if you commit suicide, they can't be sued for misuse of their product, and neither can automobile manufacturers. But Joe Biden knows whether you allowed people to sue manufacturers based on misuse of their product, whether it's automobiles or guns, it would put them totally out of business. And that's why, if he could have one wish, that would be the gun control he gets, is extra liability.
Well, and it's him sucking up to the anti-gun left folks, the extremists, because he wants to win their vote. It's like, I mean, come on, he's been in just about 100 days now next week, right? And we've seen, I lost track. Maybe you know the number, Congressman. I lost track at 60-some. Are we to 70 executive orders yet? We got to be close.
I haven't counted them yet myself, but there's just way too many. He's announced he's going to do another executive order on so-called ghost guns. These are guns that you manufacture at home. Since the founding of our country, it's been legal for you to make your own gun. Now, you can't sell it unless you're a licensed manufacturer of firearms, but it's always been legal. And he's claiming these are showing up in crimes. Well, you know, Kentucky's biggest city, Louisville, Kentucky, where, you know, most of your crime's based in the cities, they claim that ghost guns are, you know, so-called ghost guns are not a problem there. And have you ever stopped to think, well, maybe if you're finding more of these used in crimes, it's because somebody stole those guns from somebody who legitimately made it because look, Dan, if somebody had the skills to make a firearm, they wouldn't be a criminal. They would have a career in gunsmithing or some other profession in 3D printing.
Yeah, they'd be doing custom guns.
That's right.
Like a custom bike builder and making bank.
Yeah.
And let's be real, it has nothing to do with that because, again, go to the FBI stats and look at the majority of mass shootings, 4 or more dead, and I want Mr. Biden to go tell us the number of how many of homemade guns were used in these shootings over the last, let's just say, 2 decades. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 0. Actually.
Ridiculous.
It's 0.
It's 0. He won't announce those statistics because they don't exist. He doesn't have them.
Just signaling to the people that he wants to get votes from, the anti-gun people.
And it's also about this. He wants to, the Second Amendment is about your ability to curb the power of the almighty government, and he wants to take away any ability of a person to create, their own gun in order to exercise the Second Amendment. That's what it's about. But it's all talk too at the same time. He's trying to placate the left. The problem is these legislative guns and these executive order guns are loaded, and you have to take every one seriously.
Well, I know you're going to keep fighting for our Second Amendment.